Okay, this is the homework helper for the workbook for Chapter 1, Section 4, which is about order of operations. And as you can see, the entire top section there in questions 1 through 24 have the same directions to simplify the expression. So let's start off with number 6 here. 3 times 5 minus 45 divided by 3 squared. And obviously I'm applying the order of operations. And that's why you see this phrase PEMDAS over here on the left side of the homework helper screen in red. PEMDAS is that infamous mnemonic device, please excuse my dear Aunt Sally, that helps us remember the order of operations. Parentheses, exponents, multiply, divide, add, subtract. That's the order in which we perform the order of operations. So let's apply that to this question here. 3 times 5 minus 45 divided by 3 squared. So the first thing I would say here is, are there any parentheses to tackle? And no, there are not. The next thing down, the E, stands for exponents, and as you can see, I do have an exponent here. I've got 3 squared. So we'll tackle that right now, and that's going to change in the problem into 3 times 5 minus 45 divided by 9. 3 squared is the same as 3 times 3, and that's why I write 9. Okay, the next steps in the order of operations would be the M and the D, multiply and divide. Multiply and divide get performed left to right. Doesn't matter which one I run into first. If it's on the left side, it's that one. It's not multiply first and then divide. It's whichever one I run into. So I've got a 3 times 5 in the front, and I've got a 45 divided by 9 in the back. So I'm going to get both of those in the same step here. So that's going to change into 15, 3 times 5, and 45 divided by 9 is 5, and this subtraction sign that's in the middle is going to get dragged right down because I haven't dealt with it yet. And of course at this point, since it just says 15 minus 5, I don't need to worry about this anymore because there's nothing else left to do. I'm just going to subtract 15 minus 5, and that's going to change into 10. Okay, let's take a look at question 11, same directions. Just a different question, 52 minus and then parentheses, 8 times 2 divided by 4, and that's going to close the parentheses, and then we're going to write plus 3 squared. Okay, so back to the top of the order of operations, parentheses. Well, as you can see, we do have a lot of parentheses here. This whole area is going to get tackled right away here. Now remember, when you have multiple things inside the parentheses, you just follow the rest of the steps. So I would do exponents first in here, but there aren't any. Then multiply and divide. Well, I have both of those, so I'm going to do the multiplication and the division. And again, it doesn't matter which one you see first necessarily. It doesn't matter if it's multiplication and then go back and I'll do division. They're together. So you just go left to right. So I'm going to do this 8 times 2 first, which is going to change into 16. And then 16 divided by 4, which is going to change into 4. So I got 52 minus 4, which is the result of the parentheses. 8 times 2 is 16, divided by 4 is 4, plus 3 squared. Okay, back to PEMDAS. So then the next thing I had was the E for exponents. Well, I do have an exponent here in 3 squared. And we did that problem question in problem number 6, so that's going to change into a 9. So I've got 52 minus 4 plus 9, and that'll take care of that step. All right, multiply and divide would be next, but I don't have any of those, and add and subtract would finish. Well, I have both of those, and again, it doesn't matter if addition were to be first or subtraction. It's not an order thing, it's just left to right here. Okay, so 52 minus 4, that's 48, and 48 plus 9 is going to change into 57. And that's the simplified expression, 57.